up guys, welcome back to Nicole Knows Life. I'm Nicole and welcome if you are new. Thanks for joining me, and boy do I have a story time for you guys. So I've never done a story time, but I feel like since I do share my life on here, I want to share this story with you guys because I feel like I need to warn you all, be careful out there because people are really out here scamming. So stay tuned to listen to see how I almost got scammed. Today I am shooting this video on October 8th. So about 2 weeks ago I was reached out to, and I'll show you guys screenshots of some of this stuff, but I was reached out to by a woman who said her name was Madison Sloan. She emailed me first on September 25th saying, the subject said invite to collaborate, and so piqued my interest because an upcoming influencer, trying to make this side hustle, one, trying to make it a real side hustle so I can get paid, but two, hopefully to do something with it. So she's like, hi beauty, attaches my personal invitation to you to work with brands that you want to work with and be compensated for it, and blah 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 blah. You can read the email right here, so I'm not going to get into that. So I'm like, wow, this seems interesting. This seems legit. She sends this picture of the little invite. Here's what that looks like. And so, it looks professionally done. She's got the Instagram name and all that good stuff. MTS PR firm. But first red flag I should have noticed, I didn't, is that her email was from a Gmail. And if you are like a new PR firm, which she claimed to be, you would have your own website, hence your own email to that website. But whatever, I didn't notice it, but I was like, okay, cool. She was like, I was like, thank you for reaching out. I love to learn more about how we could possibly work together. She sets up the conversation, and this is all in one day, on a Thursday, I believe, Wednesday or Thursday. So we chatting it up. She calls me, she's telling me, she's like, thank you for responding. I'm a new PR firm. Most people aren't going to give me a chance. And, so thank you so much for even taking my phone call. And I was like, okay, yeah, thank you for considering me because I don't have big numbers like some people, so I didn't think anybody would even want to work with me like that. So she starts to tell me her services, and she sent me the package, which I will insert here as well. And so it starts off with the social media package, then there was the next package, and then the bigger package, like where you get all the photography and runways and all that good stuff. So she's telling me about the package. She's like, but I really think you should just start off with the basic social media because you're not there yet, which makes sense to me because I don't have the numbers, right? So you would think, oh, okay, that makes sense. So whatever. I was like, cool. I'm cool with that anyway. And let me stop right there. This person who claimed to be Madison, really played off of that. She knew what her victims wanted, because I am not the only victim of hers, which we'll dive into later. But she knew what they wanted, and she knew how to play on each of their vulnerabilities. And for me, it was being, small, being a mom, because she mentioned, she was like, oh, you'd be the first mom, blogger that I've worked with, and blah, blah, blah. And so I was like, okay, I get it. Like, you're trying to build a business, so am I. So anywho, she starts talking and telling me she can offer me Fenty Beauty. Their packages start off for $1,500 for 3 posts. She's like, and I can book you with them because I see that you do beauty sometimes and blah, blah, blah. So, it's all sounding good, but this sounds too good to be true. She was going to charge me $250 to work with her for 6 months, claiming she could not only book me these sponsorships, but grow my Instagram. So I'm like, you can grow my Instagram account and my YouTube, and you can get me some sponsorships for $250 for 6 months. Okay, that phone call maybe lasted about 30 minutes, and we got off the phone call, called my mom, told her about it, and I told my mom I would send her the contract so she could look over it. So she, looks over the contract, and I told Madison the next day, I was like, so I'm in. I was like, I'll pay you next Friday. And could you send me over the contract so I can look over it? She's like, okay. So she emails over the contract. I got the contract. She also sent me an invoice for $250 and then plus tax, so it came out to be like $267. So after she sent over invoice. She had wanted it that same day, and I was like, oh, can I pay you next week? She's like, no problem. All right, so let's fast forward to the next week. So the whole week I'm like excited. I'm like, yes, this is a new beginning for my brand. She sends that, you know, like I said, fast forward to the next week. It was the Thursday, so last Thursday, which would have made that October 3rd, after she sent the contract, and my mom, you know, took some time to look over it. I needed to do some deep diving myself, meaning I needed to make sure she was legit, because a lot of it sounded way too good to be true. And because she didn't have a website, it was kind of like, you know, so, and on her Instagram, which I'm blocked from or deleted, she announced all her clients, like some of the girls that signed with her, whom I'm in groups with now, in the group chat with on Instagram. She announced them, you know, put their pictures up. When I seen that, I was like, okay, so she might be, you know, for real, the real deal. So I went into her followers to kind of like really see like, okay, how did this lady find me? Because she's got a new Instagram page. I went into her followers and I found one person who was a mutual follower. So I reached out to that girl and then started scrolling through some more. Then one of Madison's followers started following me and then started liking my picture, so I followed her back. And so I reached out to her after she followed me and I was like, hi, you know, this might seem weird, but do you know her? Do you work with her? And she was like, yeah, actually I just signed with her. And she went on to tell me that she would let me know. Like, I was like, okay, all right. The other girl finally reached out to me. She says, no, she was thinking about it. I get it, because I was too at that time. So then like the Thursday, I ended up, you know, making my decision, saying I'm gonna sign with her on October 4th. I'm gonna pay her, whatever. Thursday night, one of the girls that I reached out to, I guess she seen that I was gonna sign with her. She was like, hey, have you signed with Madison? And I was like, no, not yet, I'm signing tomorrow. She's like, oh, okay. So I was like, let me see what's going on. So I was like, well, I said, did you sign with her? She's like, yeah, I've been working with her, but it appears that I'm blocked from her page. What? I was like, well, hold that thought. I was like, I've reached out to another girl. She told me she would keep me updated. Let me see what's going on. So I reached out to the second girl, lady, and was like, hey, you know, how's your progress? How's it going with Madison? She's like, you know, things seem to be a little weird. Now, here's where it gets juicy, y'all. She's like, things seem to be weird. You know, it started off good. I was promised a PR list, which I got. She's like, but she sent out a weird email. And I was like, well, if you don't mind me asking, what does that email say? And she was like, she sent it in a group to her other clients, basically saying somebody was sending screenshots of their conversation telling other people not to work with Madison. And she was like, I've never said such, you know, I tell people that I just started working with her, and you know, your decision is based off like how you feel. I don't want to hold anybody back. She's like, I wanted to give this girl a chance because she has a new business and I'm all for supporting new business. Now, I kind of skipped over some information. So when Madison initially, like, when she initially reached out, she also sent her resume too. Anyways, so she's like, you know, so I was like, okay, well, I said, that seems weird. And this second girl was also blocked from Madison. I was like, that just seems weird. If you're working, and regardless of if people are talking about you, like, why are you blocking them? So I'm like, okay, cool. So Madison, whom really this was the flaw in her plan, like she could have been legit, but this was the flaw in her plan when she kept tagging all her so-called clients. She had posted on her Instagram story talking about she was going to a show. She had tagged one of her other clients that she was supposed to go to the show with. So I was like, I need a third person. I need like a third reference. I clicked on the name in the story, reached out and was like, hey, this might seem weird, but are you working with Madison? She's like, hey, it's no problem at all. She's like, it's not weird. She's like, but can I FaceTime you, because this is a lot. In that moment, I knew. I was like, this is about to go south really fast, which means this girl is not real. Like, Madison, or if she's real, she ain't really in PR. So the third girl calls, we FaceTime over Instagram, and she's telling me, this is, sit back, because this is a lot that I have to like squeeze into a little time. Basically, when it was all said and done, Madison is not a real person. She ended up stealing pictures from some other page. So the picture you seen in that PR package is actually somebody named Coco, who is from London. And how they figured that out, because these girls, they did some investigation while they were already in this group chat. I was added to the chat after the fact, but basically somebody reverse searched the image that Madison had been using, because she had been posting these images on her Instagram account, making it look like she was there, she was in Paris, and blah blah blah. So basically, whoever the girl she was using pictures, whose name is Coco, Coco was in Paris. But if Madison was there, she definitely doesn't look like Coco. She used Coco's, you know, picture. So somebody, I guess along the way when they did the search, Coco's YouTube popped up. This chick got a like a British accent. Madison didn't have a British accent. She had an American accent. She sounded American. You know, that happened. And then she basically sent the same email. She blocked all her clients, her so-called clients, and, you know, told them that she could still work with them. And that's the weird part. She would still work with them, but after their contract was done, you know, that was it. And, you know, all of them at that point were just like, no, 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 we want our money back. We don't want to do that. So they basically filed, you know, some claims with their bank and getting their money back. She also, I forgot to add this, she also fronted like she was making a website. And she posted in her, so she had this website launch day. Website never launched. Then she had posted in her story, waiting for my website to launch, and she tagged Wix, saying that she was having issues. So now it's all making sense that like you really wasn't building a website. Apparently her license was legit, because she had LLC. So like I said, these girls, they searched and they said that she was legit. Like, she is a real person, she's just not the person in the pictures. The scary part is that I had given her my address for the contract. Everybody did. I mean, that's the only personal information she has of ours. Please beware. Like, if anything else like that I learned from this, and thankfully my money didn't get taken, and thankfully the girls got their money back. When it was all said and done, allegedly, so on their bank statements, Madison T. Sloan really came up to be a Lachey collection, whom turned out to be some girl selling hair on Instagram, but she had a big following. So I don't know if that's the girl who was trying to scam us or what, you know. It was a bunch of stuff, and I can't speak on it because I didn't have any more conversations. Like, on October 4th, when I was supposed to pay the girl after all was revealed, I didn't even reach out, and she didn't reach out to me. So I guess she figured that I figured her out, because if she did, I was just gonna ignore it, because in her contract it says you can terminate. Like, she had a very vague contract, so it was easy to get out of. It wasn't like you were binding or anything, and it's not like that a legal person kind of, you know, put the stamp of approval on it. But with all that said and done, I just want to warn you guys out there, because scams are real, and people play on your vulnerabilities. They play on what they know. They play on, you know, what you like, who you are. They do their research. I mean, and these people can sound super, super legit. Like, she seemed legit, but her flaw was being too messy and posting her clients. And eventually they probably would have found each other, because I was reaching out to people because I needed references. And when you start a new business, you need to have references on deck, so people know like you are real. She failed to FaceTime people. She failed to, you know, really reach out. And then she went as far as to take a clip from one of Coco's videos, who is from London, or at least she's British, and do a voiceover. Like, she was going the lengths to make these people pay her. But if you're not really thinking with your gut and saying, okay, where are the red flags, it's so easy to get scammed. So please, 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 please do not get scammed. That's all I'm saying, is like, watch out for fake people who use the internet for bad reasons. That's all I got for you guys. It was crazy. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks so much for watching.